Alright folks, welcome back. Well, these are our two engines, and there are a couple of minor differences. Well, one, this is from quite a long time ago, and this one's a little more recent. But I got to make a couple adaptations to this, mainly with the head bolt setup, so that it'll work on our little edger. So that's what we're going to start with. First thing I need to do is pull this out. I'm going to set my parts over here. Let's see if this is deep enough. Yay! And it actually needs to go here, because that's where that brace mounted on the other one. Okay, now slip those back on there. That might need a washer to get all the way clear. We'll see. But next, it had this cute little handle on it. So we're going to put that back. This one I can't get my handy dandy power tools in. Get the old-fashioned manual way. Whew. In case you don't know, it is warm out west. And I don't have any kind of air conditioning set up in the garage here yet. Okay. Alright, got that gluten tight. The next thing we need to do is these pulleys are different. So I need to put this here pulley on this here engine. We're going to start by dropping stuff. Some PV blaster. Penetrating oil. Liquid wrench works good too. We've got our set screw right there. Put a little on the back side. Oh, this thing's adjustable. That's nifty. Okay. I'll let that soak for a minute. Now this one on the smaller, or newer, rigs, I've actually had off before. So it might just wiggle on off of there. It's moving slowly. Oh, I think I might be blocking the view here. Let's drop the engine. Let's not. So yeah, just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And it will eventually come loose. Whew. Switch the angle to the angle here. Ha! Set that aside. Now we'll see if this will come loose. Boy. Okay. We're going to let that sit for a minute. Whew. Folks, I will be right back. I'm going to grab a tool. Sorry about that. I know there's got to be a way to pause the stream, but I have not figured that out yet. I'm still a rookie. What I grabbed here is a set of, well, here, I'll just show you. Bits. Lots and lots of bits. That one's too small. That's the guy. Now these bits are 1/4-inch drives, and my handy dandy gun is a hex drive. So I've got this. Adapters are fun. So, since I failed to do that manually, our next step here is to try and impact it. Okay, I think I'm in there good. Boy. There. That little guy did not want to come out. What I'm actually going to do now is spray just a touch of the all penetrating oil actually down in that hole. Maybe. Because that'll get it right on the key. And then I'm going to put that Allen set screw back in so I don't lose it. Nope. Let's see if I can get it in there straight. This is one of those instances where you can't really start it by hand, but you can at least turn this part by hand. That'll save you from, oops, I broke it. Okay. Let's give this a little wiggle. Hey, it wiggled. All right, well, we'll keep wiggling. Nope. Turn this. Okay. Oh, I lost the wiggle. What I'm going to do, handy dandy wire brush. We're going to clean this shaft up a little bit. See if we can get it smoother and slicker and more willing to cooperate. I know, it's the exciting part, huh? It's easier to spend a little bit of time doing this than fighting with the thing all the way off. Okay. Some of the corrosion off. We'll give that another wiggle, and oh, it came further. Oh, look at that. It might just come all the way this time. Now, if these really give you a hard time, you can use a puller on it. But I think we're going to get it without doing that. Still get a little bit of a wiggle. Push it back, and oh, that worked. Oh, just a little further. Ta-da! Alright, now we got to get that key out of there. A couple different ways you can do that. One is to tap on it with a hammer. Another way, I put it away in the wrong spot. Another way to get these keys off is with a pair of diagonal cutters. What you do is just grab the sides of it and lift. There's your key. Okay. Now, we are pretty much done with this engine for the moment. It's going to go on the floor. We're still getting the shop sorted. Tune in. Eventually you'll see a cool shop. Right now it's a disaster. All right. Don't put stuff over there. Okay. Now what we're going to do, supposedly and hopefully, is install this on this. And it certainly looks like it fits. I'm going to scrub on this key a little bit. Get the crud and corrosion off of it again. And so I can see this key is drilled. So it is going to stay with our other engine. I have here somewhere the original key that came off of it. I'm gonna move this over a little bit so that's facing up. That little bit of the old steel brush. That keeps pretty good. Okay. That key fits. What I was looking for just then was whether or not the key had a mark in it from the set screw. I like to keep those marks where the set screw goes. To get this guy seated in here, I'm just going to very gently tap it in. Oh, got where it wants to go, and it's free flowing. Now for this, move out a little bit here. This pulley does actually have an inside and an outside, I believe. It was on this way, so we're going to put it that way. Wiggle that guy on there. Okay. Move it in the Allen. All right. Now, that should be pretty good. And it should be pretty much ready to go on to that little ledger. One thing I'm going to do before that is we're going to change the oil on it. Probably won't stream that. That's not very interesting. You pull the plug, you watch the stuff come out. You fill it back up. On this one, it is a little bit odd, and the drain plug is an Allen instead of being a square. Most of these are square. I guess the newer ones have the Allen. All right. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in. Come back in just a little bit, and we'll let's let you see the. Come back in just a little bit, and you'll see me mount this guy on that little old edger you saw earlier. And then we'll see if it runs. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff, and I'd sure appreciate it. And I did want to say a big thank you to all the people that have already subscribed. You guys are great. You guys are awesome. Much appreciation. Push the button.